Welcome to the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids post-game show. This one's going to be a little bit of a shorter one today. Just not a great one. Sometimes you just don't have a whole lot of words to say. But nonetheless, it was an entertaining game. It was a real rough one, like I was saying, and it was actually decently close as well, like we were talking about on the pregame show. But obviously the Rapids could not get the win here today. 5-2 at the hands of the Miramichi Timberwolves. Their very first loss at home this season. And not quite the way that you would want to lose, but nonetheless, they did. And their 4-game losing streak comes to an end, but it's not all doom and gloom as they still sit first place in the East Link North Division and first place in the league overall. So there is a positive to that, but let's talk about the game a little bit here. So started off in the first period. It seemed like from the opening puck drop, they were a little bit of a step behind for the most part. Ended up coming back and actually getting 2 unanswered goals. Braden Campbell and Jonah Leard combined for the power play goal. That would be their only power play goal. And then Patrick Baxter and Zachary Michaud got the other goal for Grand Falls. Patrick Baxter with his 4th of the season. A little while later, well, less than a minute later, it would be Alexis Doucette with his 7th of the season. Jacob Kane getting the assist. That would sit 2-1 after the first. So in the first alone, the Rapids had a couple of power play opportunities. They had, I think, three or four. They had 5 power play opportunities in the first period. Only were able to convert on one of them. Miramichi, on the other hand, had multiple power play opportunities and couldn't convert on any of them. So they were able to score all of their goals 5-on-5, pretty much. So there was that. They had 5 power play opportunities in the first period, only able to score on 1. They went 1 for 5. Second period rolls around, and things just get unhinged. Penalty after penalty after penalty. Here's how it went. So Nolan Ryan goes off for slashing. Alexis Doucette for cross-checking. Nothing comes of those, so now the Rapids would be 1 for 7. Caden McNeil goes off for roughing. Thatcher Hughes, 5 in a game, plus the 2 minutes for the aggressor. Caden McNeil, 2 and a 10 as well for roughing. Elliot Robert gets 2 and a 10 for roughing. And then Isaac Allard, Patrick Baxter, Brody Paré, and Anton Topolnitsky all go off for roughing as well. So Topolnitsky, 2 and a 10 for roughing. Brody Paré, 5 in a game plus the extra 2 for roughing. Patrick Baxter, 2 minutes for roughing. And then Isaac Allard, 2 and a 10 for roughing as well. So the penalties, we got those covered. Then the Timberwolves not only tied the game up, but were able to take the lead. So 12:04, Harlan Eustace, which is Eustace with his 4th goal of the season, and less than a minute left to go, 39 seconds to go in the second period. Alexis Doucette takes the lead for the Timberwolves. From there, it would just basically keep going down as the Rapids would get another couple of power play opportunities and not convert on them at all. So it would be 1 for 9 on the night on the power play, whereas the Rapids, however, took just as many penalties, and the Timberwolves not able to convert on any of them. Charles-Olivier Giguère scores the 4-2 goal for Miramichi, and then Alexis Doucette with the hat trick to lift the Timberwolves over the Rapids with the empty net goal. Wow. 1 for 9 on the power play. Yikes. It's all you can really say. They kept with it. There were moments there that they had flashes of brilliance. I thought that there's a lot of players that looked really good out there. Jonah Leard looked great. Declan Kennedy looked great. Zachary Michaud looked great. And then there were some players that were not so great out there. Obviously, it doesn't change the standings, like I mentioned. It doesn't change the fact that the Rapids are still in first. It gives Miramichi a little bit of a boost to catch up to Campbellton and Edmundston, so that sucks. But at the end of the day, the Rapids are still in first, just not as far out in first as you would hope. There really just isn't much to say about this game. It was a tough one. And you're going to have rough games at home. We saw that all season last year. I mean, this Rapids team by this time last year was dwelling at the bottom of the basement with how rough this group was. Growing pains happen, and this is no exception. This is a game where, yes, it sucks to lose, but don't feel too bad because the Rapids are still in first place. They got to win on the road. Came back here, couldn't get the win, but they will be back on Friday, which is Halloween night. The West Kent Steamers are coming to town, and then the Chaleur Lightning on Sunday before they hit the road for that Nova Scotia road trip, like I was saying. And it's going to be a big one there as well. So we'll talk a little bit about the next games. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this one because, honestly, it really is what it is. But then the next game is going to be against the West Kent Steamers. We mentioned that it's on Halloween night, and it's going to be a big one because West Kent is competing with Edmundston for that third place playoff spot. They were at one point in the basement of the division, in the basement of the league. That's where Miramichi is right now. But the Rapids are looking to really bounce back and put some distance between them and the Chaleur Lightning, which Chaleur is no pushover. And you saw that in the game on Friday night. They played them hard, but they didn't play them in that kind of blowout powerhouse style that we're used to seeing them, which was all right. I mean, they'd scored 3 goals in the second period to make it 4-1. And, it's going to happen from time to time. You're going to have losses here that from time to time that are going to sting, and this is going to be one of them. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're still in first place. There's nothing to worry about yet. I know a lot of people are bummed out and, disappointed, and I understand that. But they were able to get 2 out of 4 points this weekend. That, to me, especially against a team who is a powerhouse like Chaleur, is an absolute win. With that being said, I'm going to wrap things up here. It's going to be a good couple of games here. The Rapids have 2 more games at home. Like I mentioned, one on Friday, one on Sunday, and then they're on the road for the Nova Scotia road trip, the 3-3. They return the dreaded 3-3 it's on its way back. So with that being said, I'm going to end things off here for this episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification for all future content. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to share it with all of your friends and tell them this may be a setback, but the Rapids are coming.